the Lordships would like to hear them, or I can't come in the way, I will not object to it. But that would be breaching the discipline agreed upon.
Because my grievance is that so far as the certain provisions of Waqf Act, so far as taxation is concerned, Section 8, it is still there. Waqf Tribunal, which is completely unconstitutional, it is still there. There are various other sections which are completely draconian, which exist in the statute.
New Delhi, India, May 15, the Supreme Court on Thursday said it would hear a batch of petitions challenging the constitutional validity of the Waqf Amendment Act 2025 on May 20 for interim relief. A bench comprising the Chief Justice of India, B.R. Gawai, and Justice A.G. Masi will consider whether an interim relief of stay is required in the case. The previous bench, headed by then CJI Sanjeev Khanna, had said it would consider three issues for interim relief: denotifying Waqf properties, whether they are Waqf by user or Waqf by deed, nominating non-Muslims to the Waqf Council and State Waqf Board, and identifying government land under Waqf. The Apex Court on Thursday said that in meantime, the assurance given by the Solicitor General Tushar Mehta that the central government would not implement the provisions of the Act would continue. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, representing the centre, had assured the Apex Court that the key provisions of the Waqf Act, including provisions on denotifying Waqf properties, inclusion of non-Muslims in the Central Waqf Council and Waqf Board, and identification of government land under Waqf, will not be given effect to for some time. The Solicitor General of India also assured that no appointments will be made to the Waqf Council or Waqf Board. During the hearing, Solicitor Mehta said that the centre has filed a detailed response in the petition challenging the constitutional validity of the Waqf Act. Adjourning the matter, the bench said, we will be considering the issue of interim relief only on Tuesday, May 20.
Interim relief or on the main matter?
Well, as far as the interim relief is concerned,
The
Maharaj,
learned,
it has given, so we don't want to argue the main matter, Maharaj. It can't be argued. But we are willing, Maharaj, whenever your lordships wish to hear it, we'll argue
My
that.
lord, when I join my learned friend, my lord, whenever your lordships considers, today or any date, I don't think your lordships could have got time, my lord, to read yesterday.
At least I could.
I understand.
That's
I
why I must
understand, and I
Have it any day when your lordships can
Lord,
hear the
kindly have
matter.
it next week, subject to your lordship.
Whenever,
Yes,
whenever.
my lord. But for interim order also, it may not take long, but it might take a little while. That's all.
No, it'll take some time. I mean, honestly, it'll take some time.
How much is your estimate on your side?
Maharaj, it'll take 2 hours this side.
Almost a day because we,
Yeah.
2 hours.
It will, Maharaj, honestly, it will take time. I don't want to.
All of us.
Yes, all
But it's a stay of statutory provisions, but I am not arguing right now. Lord, that would be, my lord, the major concern. But, my lord, I can't, my lord, say what time they will take, my lord, but some reasonable time, my lord, your lordships may devote next week, my lord. Otherwise, I understand today, my lord, the difficulty is a practical difficulty. I can't.
Lordships, insofar as item 16 is concerned, we are slightly different, excuse me, in the sense that.
In
we've
fact, what
challenged
I've
the
done is, Maharaj, I've
provisions
prepared a note.
Which seem to have been.
If I can circulate to your lordships, Maharaj, it'll take less time. I'll give it to the other side also. What are the provisions which are per se unconstitutional according to us? So, Maharaj, they can also provide so that it's easier for us.
At least.
Have you
Huh?
furnished a copy to the learned SG?
No, regarding what? I'm sorry.
That note?
It will be filed. We can file this note. Let them file.
I
Maharaj.
think it's better you circulate that so that.
Yes.
You can also, if possible, you can also furnish us with a short note.
No, certainly, my lord, on my affidavit is, my lord, detailable. We can file a shorter note
That's right.
because three issues are identified by the court, my lord, on which the interim order is to be considered.
Yes.
Not your,
Five lead matters. Five lead matters normally, the lead matter is only one.
Well, this,
will not we'll consolidate a note. I think that might be better.
That would be better if we have,
I think we'll get together and consolidate. a
no
note.
issue at all. We'll do that.
In fact, we have already shared our points with Mr. Sibal to try and.
I've already been informed.
May I suggest, subject to agreement by the other side, then there can be five, my lord, now that that's a judicial order, my lord, we can do nothing.
rather than having any matter as a lead matter, let us have the issues which are required. to be
Exactly, my lord,
gone
let there be written note, my lord,
which
consolidated.
are required to be gone into for consideration of interim relief.
Perfect.
Lord,
That's
there
what
can-
we'll do.
We can-
Lord, there can be one written note on their side and one written note on our side. We will sit together and prepare a note. They can sit together
As noted,
and.
council, prepare it and we'll file it.
When can it, by when we can?
My lord, by
By Monday, we'll
By Sunday, my lord. No, it's ready.
By Sunday, by Sunday.
Mr. Sibbal's note is ready.
Yes, yes, by Sunday.
Just give it to me. We will respond to that, my lord, by
To
Sunday.
consolidate our arguments this
By
side, my lords, by Sunday. So by Monday, we are ready.
Circulate it to all of us.
We'll circulate to everybody.
No, I had created a whole.
Circulate it to us also.
Yes, of course. We'll be in difficulty if we don't, my lord.
That's also into confidence.
Perhaps if the lordship could consider.
Once we decide those issues,
Transfers would be covered, all petitions will be covered, my lord, either way.
Today, I think your lordship only concerned.
Let's not, my lord, discordant voices, my lord. We'll do a unified note,
Yes.
taking note of
One on
everybody.
each side. Yes, yes.
you're from which side?
It's our side, my
We
lord.
are with Mr. Sibal side.
Our side.
Both of us are, although more on this side because of lack of space.
They have,
Some of you appear to be in the aisle.
no, no, my lord.
We are all
They-
firmly on this
Even
side
they,
of the
they
mic.
have encroached on this side.
If I may say so, it's like a Mumbai train. You enter the court and then you are taken whichever side.
There's a lot dimension, my lord. The middle is sometimes called the cross benches, my lord. They're from the cross benches. They're on the well of the board.
Lord, you may give any.
Lord, our writ petitions, Lord, we have filed the writ petitions, which have been treated as not impeded. Application. Now, Lord, why, just say,
So that's what we are requesting, Mr. Sibal has also agreed that,
very nice. Lord, only one request, Lord, from the very beginning of the joint parliamentary committee, I was there, my Lord. I spent my 8 months for that. Just kindly allow me to speak for few minutes after anybody.
Not the difficulties.
At any
I
point-
know, I'm not on Mr. Banerjee.
Mr. Banerjee, you would like to address us as a lawyer or as a
Lawyer,
parliamentary?
as a lawyer, of course, as a lawyer.
Lord, I'll tell you a lot.
Lord,
My lord, may I say something? Lord, yeah, Mr. Banerjee was also not there, your lordships were also not there. Let me make it clear. My lord, because of several interventions and several petitions, this honorable court directed that let 5 petitions be treated. The rest would be interventionists and they can assist the leading arguing lawyers. So, my lord, that's, otherwise it
Lord,
becomes unmanageable. My lord, we have 40 people on this side, 40 on that side.
Very nice. Lord, I am requesting to give me a chance. 5 + 1. Just one, Lord, I was not there.
The court has only directed those 5 petitions to be,
Exactly.
Lead Banerjee.
There was a purpose, there was an intent.
It has not restricted the number of lawyers that would address.
That's right. Lord.
And at least in Supreme Court, no judge can do that.
We'll
maintain, and at least after the live telecasting has started.
Yes.
That's, Lord,
We'll share our points with Mr. Sibal and Dr. Dhawan. We'll share our points as far as possible so that we don't have to individually address your lordship. Yeah, because let Dr. Dhawan and Mr. Sibal will point out the main issues. So we have lawyers, we have a parliamentarian, we have an academician.
Parliamentarian come lawyer, not only parliamentarian. My Lord. Lawyer first, then the parliamentarian.
My lord, there are states, my lord, where and my lord, now, my lord, in the intervention applications where, my lord, not considered, my lord, that is a fact. Now, if your lordships would like to hear them, my lord, I can't come in the way, I will not object to it, but that would be breaching the discipline agreed upon.
Any of the writ petitions were turned into IAs.
All the.
Yes, so then those must be heard. Those must be heard anyway, we're
Sir,
consolidated.
may I submit, sir, that 30% of the around 130 parties, may I just,
One second. My lord, the Chief
Sir,
Justice
may-
wants to say something. Could you?
yeah, 1 second, sir. May I just say that on the issue of the
He has
5
been
writ
teaching
petitions,
us, so therefore he has
sir, may I, sub-
he
may,
has been teaching us in the academy, so he has that right.
But he has not forgotten that fact, my lord. That's the
I did not want to say that.
sir, I have a particular submission on the 5 writ petitioners chosen, sir. 30% of the nearly 130 parties are non-Muslim parties. All 5 writ petitions are Muslim parties. It should not give a polarized impression to the
No,
archive.
nobody is giving any
Nobody is
polarized.
giving it.
No, sir.
Petitioner is a petitioner,
Sir,
but he is
sir, please allow,
nor a Muslim.
sir, please allow the
Don't derail.
intervention.
No, no, don't bring this angle at all.
Names have been removed from the title.
Please allow the interveners, if they wish
Mr.
to
Sibal is right.
file writ petition, sir. Give liberty to file
One
writ
second,
petition,
would you
sir.
please?
That's all.
That's not possible, Mr.
My lord, that is the reason why
Then on what basis these?
there
five
is,
writ
the name is now
petitions are-
Ray
Let's-
You,
validity of.
So let the archive show, sir, a fair
Can,
picture of
can
the.
at least now, can we have your
Yes.
permission to say something?
Yes, of course, sir, of course, sir.
We are here to argue on interim relief.
May I just point out that we are also aggrieved by certain provisions of Buff Act 1995 as amended in 2025. So there is a third dimension. Lordship may give us half an hour
Yes, we'll
that,
after
so that we can also make our submission. We are also aggrieved,
Will never end.
we are also aggrieved by the present Buff Amendment Act certain
Whether in the last order that is mentioned?
mentioned in the last order.
No, it's,
It is mentioned in the last order. There are two writ petitions.
My lord, if it is shown, it is shown, my lord. Why are we arguing if there is already a judicial order?
Those two writ petitions.
Item 16 and 17.
Item 16 and 17, my lord.
so what is your grievance?
My lord, my grievance is that so far as the certain provisions of Buff Act, so far as taxation is concerned, section 8, it is still there. Buff tribunal, which is completely unconstitutional, it is still there. So there are various other sections which are completely draconian, which still exist in the statute.
They are existing since when?
1995 and 2025 also.
If they are existing since 1995 and if you are not challenging them
My
for
lord,
20
we
years.
challenged it. We challenged it.
When?
We challenged it.
Challenge them when?
Challenged.
Lord, let us not deviate from the order passed. Mr. Jain, please. Let us not deviate from the order already passed.
Was challenged earlier.
There's no interim relief required.
Asked us to go to the High Court. We filed around 140 petitions which are pending in different high courts, and now we have filed the present writ petition, which is a fresh matter, challenging various provisions, my lord. It was challenged earlier,
Challenging provisions of 95 Act or 25 amendment?
1995 Act as well as certain provisions.
How can we permit you to raise a challenge to the provisions of 95 Act in 2025?
Interim relief
I
here.
appreciate, may I just explain, sir, just.
At least no urgency for interim
There is
relief
urgency-
They're on
there is
interim
urgency
relief,
for
my
interim-
lords.
So far, sir,
after 30 years.
Lordship, may kindly appreciate. There are,
Interim.
may I just, I am also seeking interim relief, sir, it is there in my petition. I am,
Are you seeking interim relief of the provisions of 95 Act or 2025?
65 Act, section 3R.
the common issue which we
There is certain deviation, Lordship.
They argue when your turn comes, the deviation can be argued. It is taken care of in the earlier order.
Saying I must be given half an hour to, my lords, make my points.